They kept the little Lancelot loading screen thing? Really? Wow. The little Lancelot's still here. Hello everybody, welcome to another episode of Aurogiri. So, yesterday and the day before I mentioned that we were getting an update today. It's not a very big update. This is basically the Phil Swift Flex Tape update, because like it's the Band-Aid update essentially, because on our predecessors, our big brother JPPC, Steam and Switch, that server, they did their whole big merger thing, which was the big forefront of Cyberstep's attention. You know, rightfully so. They're doing a big 3-server merge, and doing server integration and account transfers, all this stuff. So that all happened, and you know, they had problems to where they had to take like extra maintenances, and this was about a week or two ago. So what they ended up doing was just like, yo, there's gonna be like, we're gonna delay the update, and we're going to put just a dungeon boost campaign in, just like Flex Tape dungeon boost campaign. So for this week, like, I logged in, I did not get any update notifications at all. This is my first time logging in since the update. Like, if I go to the information tab, it didn't pop up on its own. It's already checked to do not display. It usually shows it right away, and now it didn't. Like, it's transferring the settings from last update. Like I mentioned earlier, like, when we log in, we still have Autumn Lancelot in the bottom right on the loading screen instead of a Daruma. So this event, you can pretty much tell that it is a hodgepodge, like, Band-Aid solution event. So basically that's what it is right here. There is a purchase campaign ongoing. I don't know if that's a new one or the old one. That has yet to be seen. I don't imagine many people will make many purchases this week, to be honest, unless they're interested in Battle Maiden Shizuka. But there is a campaign, so that's nice. Dungeon Boost campaign, that's our big event. Basically, a select number of dungeons. Glacies. Sorry. Oh, it's like my first time talking all day. Glacies, Eldritch, Hades Elios Return, Experience Dungeon. A lot of these things, we'll go look at them in a second. They all have their energy cost reduced, and I believe they have, I don't know if it's considered reward up, quote unquote, but they do have dungeon boost inside. And, yeah, they have reduced energy costs. So basically, for people who want to level up, there's a week to do Experience Dungeon Hell every day. And then for people that want to farm Elios, he is here, and you can farm Elios. So that's one of the bigger things of the event. There are limited time achievements, so we'll have to look at these. That is a Soul Egg DX in the top right, and I want to know if I can get a Soul Egg DX, just because they're legendary. And there's a limited Nyakoropan! Whoa! And then the China outfits got extended. They might be extended until next update as well, but that I do not know. But I do know that they're extended. Okay, so hey everybody, hey the chat, hey Junk, hey Zelia, how you guys doing? How you guys doing? So this update's pretty much a Band-Aid update. An update for me, I didn't get all my Dullahan drops. I tried, but then I got hungry. And then when I went back, it was funny. Like, normally, like, when a maintenance happens, a big orange text comes on the screen and says, hey, like, warning, maintenance in half an hour, maintenance in 10 minutes, maintenance in 5 minutes. They didn't do any of that last night. I was, like, playing, I'm like, is the maintenance at 2? Is it at 3? I'm like, what daylight savings time am I in? And then at 2 o'clock, it just slapped me out. So when Dullahan comes back, I need to get, like, 50 drops. I did better than I thought I would. I procrastinated too hard. It's my own fault. But I had my friend on the mic with me when I was farming, and I told him, I said, if I get this done, even though I procrastinated all this time, I told him, if I get this done, it's just going to encourage me to procrastinate again. But anyway, I mean, in the meantime, I can farm up the Dullahan weapons and stuff. And then when it comes back, just Just like when I made the bag, just literally pop. And I did 400 runs of normal Dullahan. Just to reference this, I did 400 runs of normal Dullahan, and I did not get a mag at all. I did not get a baby mag. Not once. Not once. So that was bothersome. That was annoying. Japan's launcher is more stable than Steam. Well, yeah. Japan's launcher will be more stable than Steam because Japan's launcher is first party AF. Their coders are Japanese. Their developers are Japanese. And that's their first party, no gateway, no other developers. That's their thing. So it's fine-tuned to their uses, their purposes. And the server is located in Japan. And they're in Japan. So that's fantastic. Okay, so right, so there's no event to go through, to be honest. There's no Halloween event, there's nothing. There will be an event in 2 weeks' time, but we'll verify that in a minute, how long of this event is going to be. Hey KMC, how you doing? I noticed you got a new picture. Did you commission that, or it's a nice picture? You got DC'd 4 times. Dang. Getting DC'd is rough. So Dungeon Boost campaign, it is clearly here. There's no regular Elios. You will not see him in the lineup. If we go to Dungeon Boost campaign, well, I slept good. I don't know why I'm yawning. Will you be performing the warding? What will you banish first? Nice. That's great. Your birthday's in 5 hours? Well, happy birthday, Zelia. How old you gonna be? How many candles we putting on this cake? Alright. So, yeah, so Glacies is there. What's the cost of Glacies? ASAP. What? Glacies is 30. Is that 35 energy for hell? Wow, 20. Right on, right on. I'm a decade ahead of you. Almost. Almost. That means you're born in 2002? Right on. That was right after the Pokemon movie came out. That was right after Melee came out. You were a baby. You didn't touch Melee till you were 10. Oh, anyway. So 35 energy for Glacies. That's pretty good. I don't remember it ever being 35, but apparently I ran it before. That's not bad. Is this a super Dungeon Boost campaign? Blitz Tiamat. What's Blitz Tiamat? 5, 10, and 10. That's how I'm going to tell you right now, that is how every event should be. It should be that's perfect. An event where you have to run it over and over to get drops, it should be 5, 10, and 10. Or I think it should just be 10, 10, 10. Honest to God. There should be no difference between hard and hell, because then you're punishing the player to do the higher difficulty thing. It should be the higher difficulty that is the cumbersome thing on the player, not their energy pool. That's my opinion. Should be none. Then they make no money. And that's what happens to PC. They make no money. Nobody needs any new gear. Things are broken. Why would I do anything when I can have all my stuff? You need to have a little bit of drain in the bathtub, or else you don't need to replace the water. But I mean, last event with Lancelot, I think it was 20 energy a hell run. I think. It was either the Lancelot event or it was the Ieyasu event. But it was literally it was the worst. It was 10, 15, 20. It was it's sometimes it's 15 and that's tolerable. But when it's 20, it's just oh my God, you're going to take my restores, bastards. Every time, just, ugh. But if it was like that, well, yeah, time goes faster because you're listening while doing something else. I encourage that 100% of the time. There are thousands of my streams and stuff. If you want to farm and you want to like learn or just listen or whatever, like I always say people just like, you know, when you're watching the stream, farm at the same time if you can, you know. Some people are working and they're listening to it on their, you know, on their ear pods or whatever. You know, that's just how it goes. Like you put on something in the background, whether it's Netflix or a stream or whatever, someone's talking to you in a chat, the time goes by really fast because you're just there doing something at the same time. Same thing as like fiddling with sticks while you're listening. Anyway, so Blitz Team Event, that's I wish every event was that 5, 10, and 10. Like I think hard and hell should be the same cost, like all the time, because you shouldn't be punishing players for not being able to do hell. And you shouldn't be punishing hell players for being able to do it. It's like, oh, it costs you more to make it harder. It's like, wait, what? This is very masochistic. So then you have Blitz Tiamat Hard, which does have Oni mode, and the Oni mode is 20 energy instead of 30. So if you want to run Blitz Tiamat, maybe you want to get some Oni medals, there's a discount on that. So that's pretty cool. But it's still 20, 30, 50. Yeah, it is. Yeah, exactly. Is Blitz Tiamat... I can compare this. What is Blitz Tiamat Hell? Is it 60? I haven't run that in like 3 years. I want to know. It is. I know there's advantages to Hell, but it's kind of like, hey, you want to play it on the hardest difficulty? It's like, no. I want to chill sometimes. It is 60? Oh, so if you go to the regular... Wait, am I in the campaign? Really? So there's no difference. Like, I didn't click on the campaign ones. I just clicked on Tiamat's. So if I click on Glaciers... Because sometimes it's like... Wait, what? Like right here. Right here. So, if you see if Glaciers Typhon here, if you go in the regular Glaciers Typhon, it's considered a different dungeon, because you notice I don't have a clear on normal and hard in the other one, but it's 55, it's 20 energy less for Glaciers. But when I clicked on Tiamat, not from the Dungeon Boost campaign, it brought up the Dungeon Boost campaign version. So we can't even run. That's really weird. Like, Tiamat is considered the Dungeon Boost one. But if you go into regular Glaciers, you're screwed. You should know because it takes 55 energy and not 35. Which is amazing. I wish Experience Dungeon was 35. Holy shit, I hit 140 all over again. So I can hold my beer. Let's go. 35 energy to run. Boom, 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 boom. Fuck. Well, that's a good question. I don't know. Yeah, it must be like that so you don't do Oni mode twice. That's a good point. Yeah. Yeah, that's a great point. I didn't think of that angle. It's so that the player doesn't do Oni mode twice. Yeah, okay. That's pretty clever. I didn't think of that at all. That's pretty clever. And then Hades Elios is 50 energy. I don't know what Elios is supposed to be. Maybe it's 60, 40, 30. But it's 50 energy a pop. That is what it is. That's really the big draw right now. What's Elios or Eldritch? 25 energy. Oh! Oh my god, that is 50% off! Wow! Wow-wee! That's some good Tempest making time. Wow. That's 25 energy for Eldritch. And it's reward up. Holy shit. So, it's a good time for Glaciers. Great time for Eldritch. So what am I going today? What am I going? Where am I going? You just want me to leave? I don't know what I'm gonna do. It would make sense. Like, part of me is like, I should just do Experienced Engine. I didn't check the Experienced Engine. I want to go see. Like, honestly, if this was all they were gonna do, they might as well have just left the Lancelot event up. An experienced dungeon is 50 energy a run instead of 65. Okay. Cool. That's cool. Too bad your soul is burnt out. Where's Keiji? Oh, there she is. That Daruma guy is still here. Oh! I haven't bought a purified oil in like all week. Thank you. Oh, I got a bunch of little boxes I gotta get rid of. Because I ran Dullahan, so I have like 100, like, a shit ton of things. I can't sell these, can I? I can. Right on. Huh? Someone spoke Japanese? Okay. Yeah, I know, but this guy. Oh, yeah, I remember that. I was reading something that said that the fused bear recipe, there was some recipe in here that wasn't supposed to be here. Gold glory vine. I don't know if you can do like the Nawa and stuff. Oh, Nami. Really? Okay. Gold caverns Nami. Yeah, I guess they had messed it up or something. I was reading something about it. If it remains permanent, like to have the golden caverns every day, that'd be great. Right on. That's cool. So Kentucky's there forever. Fuse Bear is a good mag. Absolutely. I don't know if it's worth all the effort now, though. Like, I would rather take those resources and do, like, Alsame or something. But, you know, teach their own. What's in the Blackie Cat? What's up, Black Cat? Nothing special. Wait, what? I've gotten 7 Battle Maidens? Wow. Well, that's the Fuse Bear recipe is in there. I mean, it's there for you to farm if you want. It was out with like Dullahan and the Valentine's and the Halloween event, so it's like, yeah, I ain't touching that. No, sir. But yeah, if someone wanted to farm Fusion Bear or Fused Bear, by all means. I suppose. I mean, I would never run an energy. Like, the only time I did energy for, like, Ryu was the normal Kentucky dungeons on a Ryu boost. If you do that for, like, an hour, you get, like 100 million an hour or something like that. But you can just farm the cat, like, once you get to that point. You don't need that much Ryu. Like, if you're just gonna get, like, Myriad King weapons, you won't need Ryu until, like, 115 and you're making Gargs. Like, realistically. Okay, so what's in our shopping plaza? The China packs are still here. They said they were removing the Graceful Autumn Lancelot thing. But it's still there. The Graceful Autumn thing for your room. Bunch of random stuff for your room. There's no sale. Can I see the build for Rain? Yeah, you can see my Rain and Dark build, yeah. We're just going to look through the Nian first, but remind me. So our lineup is Oda, Shizuka, Venus, Ifrit, and Lucifer. Funny enough, Lucifer is coming back next event as well. So if you wanted to get Lucifer, she'll be there twice. So if I were to rate this lineup, Battle Maiden Shizuka is like a really, really good Vanguard. Very, very powerful. Venus, very powerful Rain Vanguard, very powerful Ice Vanguard, very powerful support. Venus is probably the best well-aged divine possession because she got buffed a couple years ago. Her and Valkyrie, I'd guess. Yeah. So, like, that's good. Like, Oda, you need at least 3 scrolls to be good, because that's when you get Bloodstained Rebellion. Shizuka, you only need, like, 2 scrolls and you're good, honestly. She could melt, like, some bosses. If a boss is weak to fire, she is, like, Mick-fucking them sideways. Did they? I mean... So... So who's, like, the best non-premium Vanguard? Like, so that would, like, exclude, like, the likes of, like, Toshi, like, anything that's, like, seasonal limited, or, like, the New Year's Vanguards, like, things like Genbu. So let's say we take out, from the question, we take out Eyasu, Honda, Keiji, Toshi, Genbu, Fumakotaro. I don't know all the Vanguards that are limited. I don't get them. At least those 6. Murakami, that's the other one, and Yorimitsu. I think that's all of them. Maybe there's 7. Maybe there's more. You don't include Zunko. You don't include, Itako, Kiritin. You don't include any of those, like, limited ones, event ones, crossover ones. So if we take out all of them, who would be the best, like, non-premium Vanguard? And that's a tough cookie. Because Battle Maiden Shizuka is not a premium, and I value her really high. Oh, that also takes out Halloween Kaguya and Halloween Momotaro as well. Just trying to think of everything. And Summer Inichio. So then, really, let's just open up the Vanguard list, because I just want to think about it. I never really thought about who's the best non-premium. And it depends what you're trying to do. Like, if we say you're a player that doesn't have a mount, then Miyamoto, like, raises up in her usage, because you get to do dungeons. But if you don't have a mount, then... If you do have a mount, then Miyamoto's usage falls off. But if you don't have a mount, Venus ain't going to do your dungeon very well for you. Not very fast. Let's see here. So, let's just look at some of the best ones we have that are non-limited. So you'd have Venus, for sure. Valkyrie's really good. Kirin's really good. Orihime's okay. I don't know much about Orihime, to be honest. Miyamoto's fantastic. Who else is really good? That's a regular Vanguard. Oda's good. Can't say Oda is not good. Lancelot is really good, you're absolutely right. Lancelot's very good. So Lancelot puts us at 6. Hey Darkness, how you doing? Oh fuck, Riku and Sugamo. Holy shit, that's a big competition. Riku and Sugamo not being limited, because Riku and Sugamo used to be limited and they're not. And they're really fucking powerful. So Riku and Sugamo, they're really good on this contenders list. Like, Valkyrie just, like, gets knocked out because Sugamo's ice is really freaking good. And Riku's lightning's Riku's better than, what's her name? Kirin. So, like, that drops that. Like, if we just look at specific elements, like, we're not gonna, like, try to double up. No, they're not limited. You can get them in the Erosu ticket. Sugamo is neutral to Infernal Purg. So, Sugamo... Infernal is a B type, or a beast type, and Sugamo is neutral to beast. So if I click on it, she's weak to Spectre, strong to Monster, strong to Soul. So if you bring Sugamo to Infernal, we talked about this the other day, like Riku and Sugamo, like it's a neutral matchup, so you're not going to take reduced damage, you're not going to do increased damage. I'm pretty sure she'll just go cap, 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 cap. Like as long as you play defensively with Sugamo, so like literally you just throw meteors and try your best to never get hit, Sugamo should be fine. I'm going to need to get my chat up because you guys are posting long messages that are getting cut off. Let me see here. Let me mute that here. Okay, so what did you say, Joe? So, what does limited mean to me? Well, okay, so a limited Vanguard, in my perspective, is a Vanguard that is always in the Black Cat. I think that's a pretty fair assumption. So any Vanguard that is in the Black Cat and available year-round, not once a year, not like twice a year, not at New Year's, a non-limited Vanguard is anyone that is always in this lineup. That is a non-limited Vanguard. And mount and assist. So like Makami might be on 3 banners a year, let's say. For example, he's not a limited character. Like, but then at the same time, you have these characters, Matoi, Chichiro, Asuka, and Ibis, and Red Moon, Luna, like the crossover Cosmic Breaks. They're kind of an exception to this rule. They're in the premium lineup, but they're not. Are they in the legendary lineup? Like, no one's gonna come out and tell me like they're better than other characters. Like, I know they're not the best. Like, that's not the point. But they're like semi-limited, aren't they? Like, you can't get them if you're free to play. So if I go to legendary lineup, yeah, they're in the legendary. Okay. So basically whatever's in the legendary is in the Black Cat. That's pretty much how it works, except, you know, when some Vanguards are... Like, when Shizuka first came out, she was in the legendary, I think. But, like, I don't know. But she stayed. Sometimes the featured Vanguard is in the legendary lineup, and then they get taken out later. But, okay, so the loose definition to me of what a non-limited Vanguard is someone that is in the Black Cat all year round. We could put a little asterisk stating that, you know, everyone from Cosmic Break are not exactly limited Vanguards, but they are, like, they show up regularly. You can use your Rosus on them, so they're not, like, limited Vanguards. They're not premium Vanguards. Okay, I think that's fair. Like, in the same time, like, Matoi is not gonna just, like, beat the shit out of, like, oh yeah, you have a 5-scroll Matoi? Man, my Honda's garbage. Man, my Inochio's garbage. Like, that's not the case. Like, they're mid at best. These guys, like, Ibis can do respectable damage, but they're not, like, limited OP. So, like, even if we factor them in, it doesn't really change much, I would say. So that being said, I'd say everything that's in the Black Cat all year round is fair game, and they're not considered limited. Because at one point in time, Sugamo and Riku were considered limited with Shikibu, but then in JP, when we merged, they were not. And I was like, holy shit, I'm going to get me some Riku scrolls. So they were taken out of limited and put into the permanent pool. As such, they are in the legendary banner all the time. Okay, so this is actually a pretty good comprehensive list. We can look at this and use this. So, our contenders for best non-limiteds are Miyamoto, Oda, oof, crazy, I did get a bunch of Hideyoshi. I guess so. So our contenders for like best non-limiteds are Miyamoto, Lancelot, Oda. Yeah, that's like the original big three. Riku and Sugamo, for sure. Battle Maiden, Shizuka, Shiro. Yeah, Venus. Yeah, that's 8 of them. I'm gonna put Valkyrie in anyway. 9. Kieran's really good too. 10. Kieran does get content done. I'll put Kieran there. 10. That's probably your 10 best non-limited Vanguards right there. More or less. Like Orihime would probably be like a close second. You have 240 Yorozus? I'm gonna tell you right now, just save your Yorozus for when KG comes around. Like, because you need a mountain Vanguard. Like, Riku's mountain is okay, but it's not KG mountain. Like, you know what I mean? And KG, lately, when she gets rerun, she's put into the regular Yorozu. If I were you, I would just hold on to them until KG comes. And they're in the regular pool. Because when Honda comes back again, she will not be regular pool, I don't imagine. But if KG gets rerun, generally she's been in the regular pool, and she doesn't take limited Yorozus is what I mean. If I were you, I just hold till KG. It is like Riku's big slam attack is really good, but I mean, and I love Riku. Like Riku's a fantastic Vanguard. I'm not trying to like smash on Riku, but if someone tries to tell me that Riku is better than KG, I'll be like, "Are you fighting an enemy weak to lightning? Yes or no?" Yes? Okay, cool. No, no, get out of here. Riku's good, but Insta charge, mount form, can't put a price on that. You can, it's about called 5 euros for tickets. But, or, you know, actually, no, that's 1,000 euros for tickets. Or no, it's 120, so about 600 euros for tickets. You can put a price on that. Yeah, I would say just hold on for KG in that opinion, in that moment. So out of those 10, this is almost like a top 10 video. Top 10 best non-limited Vanguards. Part of me thinks, like what is the role of a Vanguard? And a Vanguard is to be like a secondary moveset alongside your own that you use to beat content. Right? Like that's the point of a Vanguard, is a powerful character you switch to that you use to defeat a dungeon. You use it to clear content. Without the Vanguard, you might not be able to clear the content. That's the point of the Vanguard. Content can be cleared without a Vanguard, as denoted by Oni mode. So, like, I guess the best non-limited Vanguard would be the Vanguard that, with having said Vanguard, you are now able to clear content that was previously unclearable to you, and it allows you to clear numerous dungeons with greater efficiency and consistency. Like that is that is like the point of a Vanguard, and that is like the role of a Vanguard and their essentiality. Like if you as a player, like let's say for example, without a mount, without a Vanguard, just as a player, you don't use any other peripherals, any other usages. Let's say for example, you clear Dew Creek in like under like 2 minutes, you know, like I'm trying to think of some number that's just like very impressive. Like, but I mean, no one farms Dew Creek anymore, so it's kind of a mute point. But like, let's say you just, you know, it's really hard to have a point of reference for this actually, because I know like when you normally do Dew Creek, it's like okay, you have a mount, you have Mikami, you have Miyamoto or some other Vanguard with movement. They allow you to clear this normally long dungeon very, very quickly. You know, like if you did Lacus Mortis on foot, you're going to be in there for like 15, 20 minutes. And that's if you know the spawn of every enemy you need to kill. But if you have like a mount or some other bullshit that lets you hit through walls and do a bunch of crazy shit, like you can just clear content very, very, very fast. So like necessarily the point of a Vanguard is their ability to clear content effectively, consistently, and bring something to the table the player doesn't have that they can use to clear content, most notably invincibility frames and damage at the same time, aka why Honda is just fucking godlike, and, you know, etc., etc. So, I would say, like, in my perspective, the fact that Shiro is a non-limited character and they have the mount form transformation, like in my perspective, in my experience, in the past year and a half, players that have gotten Shiro have been able to clear content that they normally would not have. I've seen like a staircase, like a straight up in their evolutionary process, like just their ability to do stuff increases like exponentially when they acquire Shiro. People have had, it is Shiz, hello. I'm not allowed to type that in the title. I cannot type Battle Maiden Shizuka. I cannot rate Shiz. I cannot rate Shizuka. I can't rate Yoshitsune. So I have to put $sign. So if you were to ask me personally who I think the best non-limited Vanguard is, I would say it's Amakusa Shiro because he has the mount form and he just hits things really good, really hard. The amount of players I've seen just be able to beat the shit out of some pergs and do content consistently is because of Shiro. Shiro having the mount form, Shiro just doing good damage, having range. I would say Shiro's the best non-limited Vanguard just because he has mount form and insta-charge. Straight up. So that would be my take on best non-limited. Well, like he's like KG light. Like he doesn't have all the elemental coverage that like if someone were to tell me that Shiro is better than KG, get out of here. Take that back. But if they were to say that Shiro's good, yes, absolutely, fantastic. Can he out DPS Honda? No. Can he out DPS KG? No. Is he good? Yes. Is he a help? Is he a boon on the battlefield? Yes. Anyone with Shiro becomes like Super Saiyan God? Yes. Like absolutely. I would say Shiro's the best non-limited. And then after that, you have like at the same token, if somebody has Venus, they're able to clear no one can out DPS Honda. Like it depends. If you were fighting an enemy with 0 defense, just let's say for example, just because that you said an absolute, if you were fighting an enemy with 200 billion health but 0 defense, like if this enemy was taking damage cap per tick because they're horrible, okay, this is the worst. This is a negative defense giant Daruma in the test dungeon, okay. So if this enemy existed that had like garbage defense and took cap from everything and your attack was like 20 bajillion, whatever, in optimum circumstances that don't exist, and the enemy doesn't move, Riku is the top damage dealer in the entire game. No, Sugamo would be. If you had a character that could hit cap every hit regardless of the damage the hit is supposed to do, if this perfect scenario existed, the most damaging, strongest DPS character would be the character that does the most hits per second, and that is Sugamo, who can just shoot cannon, and just be like, here's 300 million damage in like 2 seconds. Like, that'd be it. You'd be done. But yes, Riku, normally, because Sugamo's cannons don't, they don't hit like super instantaneously, but like they don't really hit crits and millions and bullshit. Like they don't hit like that high numbers. Like the most I've seen out of them is like 2 million maybe. in the test engine. Um, but yeah, like if you took Riku and you went up to someone and proto detonated it, like when proto detonator caps on like the big rock boss in like the Ardaman event, I'm doing like 64 ticks of like damage cap to like not damage cap. So in like one instance of one button press, Riku is the highest DPS character in the entire game. Straight out. Did I see your message? No. Where's that at? Is it a PSN message? I don't get PSN messages when I'm streaming. My apologies. Unless it's in the chat somewhere, I don't know. Yeah, he got it commissioned. I did answer. Yeah. I said you should just save for KG. Yeah, that was my answer. That's what's leading to this whole discussion here. I said, when KG comes back, she's going to have like if she comes back and she's on like every time KG's been here recently, she has not taken limited Yorozu tickets. So if you have 240 Yorozus, KG comes back, so that's 2 scrolls of KG, my guy. Bang, bang, you're good to go. That would be my advice. So what did I say? I said Amakatsu Shiro, best non-limited. It was about the Maximilian Cross. Oh, I didn't see that at all. No, what's that about? And maybe that's not. I don't know. I didn't see that at all. I don't think it went through. Maximilian Cross is good because it gives you like flat stats. With enough affinity like boosters, if you had like affinity percent, like a lychee or something, well, maybe not lychee, but if you had like affinity percent boosters and stuff, Cross is still pretty good. I would say. So yeah, distracted as I am. A point for Venus would be that, like, if you go into a team battle, and somebody has Venus, you are better off in this battle than if everybody had Shiro. Well, okay, no, that's a big one. I mean, no, but KMC already has like 1 or 2 copies of KG. Like, I know KMC, we play, so my friend. So he already has a couple copies of KG, I know that. So he'll jump to like 3 or 4 scroll if he uses those Yorozus. So, like, that's a huge difference. That gets you the mountain weapon, I think. Or maybe you get mountain at 5 scroll. But anyway, that's what I would do. I would save up Yorozus for KG. Absolutely. I mean, as long as you're fast enough, yeah. KG doesn't do that well against the guard perks. Oh, you want a first aid staff? Oh, yeah. Maximilian, that's a good point. Maxi Cross would be a really, really good, first aid staff because you get the extra mind. Yeah. It just depends how high the medi is. You need the medi to be high enough to like allow you to keep spamming first aid. You want me to make a Maxi Cross? I could try. No, I won't. I won't plus 100 it. No, that's just a waste of your money. I could see about it. I don't know how many items I have left for Satan. So anyway, just to finish this conversation, I think Shiro's the best, non-limited. I think any team is better off having Venus because you have a healer, you have buffing. She's very good. Like if a player has Riku and Sugamo, they're better off for it. Sugamo just hits caps all the time. Riku, if you can hit the enemy, you do a destructive amount of damage. If an enemy is weak to fire, nobody's better than Battle Maiden Shizuka. You know, fire in the right typing. She destroys Ignis. She destroys a lot of things. Absolutely monstrous. Oda, Bloodstained Rebellion still holds up. It's like having a Sublime on demand. 5 arrows. Like, she can take out horses. She does a bunch of good stuff. Miyamoto. She pretty much just does everything. If the enemy's weak to wind, better. Even better for it. Lancelot, iframe is out the ass, really good rain, really good holy. If you are around for one event in the history of this game that's never been rerun for no goddamn reason, you have access to dark skills. Cool. Valkyrie has really good crowd control, like very good. If an enemy can be frozen, Valkyrie will freeze them. Valkyrie should not be underestimated. She does, because she has these crowd control options, she might not out DPS Sugamo, but she does have options. When you're fighting certain bosses like frogs or giant things that can be frozen, Valkyrie is a huge asset. After that, you have Kirin, who is not as strong as Riku when it comes to lightning, but she does have lightning and fire. Kirin kind of drops to the bottom because Battle Maiden Shizuka exists, because Riku exists. At one point she is still really, really good. I used her for a lot of events in the past. She hits, like, she can hit tons of caps and stuff. But she's just at the bottom of this list, I would say. And then Orihime is probably respectable, really damaged, like really good damage respectably. I don't know very much about her. I know she does lightning and fire. I think the same thing as Kirin. So she's kind of in the same mixed bag boat where there's just other Vanguards that kind of do that better in the non-limited pool. If you want me to say best mounts, Mikami is probably the best mount in the game. Then you have, like, Leviathan for, like, actually doing damage as a mount. Probably these, like, Leviathan probably does the most damage that a mount can do. And then you have, like, Fujin and Raijin who are like, hey, I'm just gonna, do you want to just play with one hand? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Enjoy your life. Then they're really good assets to have. Ifrit has fallen off tremendously. Sad to say. Best assist characters, they're probably like... Well, we can't mention Sugamo, we can't mention Aoi, so... it's probably like Satan Girl gives you the most attack, and then Lucifer can keep you alive, and she takes a lot of hits. I don't know much about Armin. Yeah, he can. He gets the armor, but it's not as strong as the wings. The wings have a lot more range. But yeah, Mikami, you can just like Akusen. Like, that's fine. That's awesome, Jesty. That's great. Yeah, like, I got like 3 scrolls from reward. Like, they came. They came pretty good. Best assist, probably Lucifer and Satan, to be honest. If I had to just say, it's probably Lucifer, then Satan, then... I heard there's problems with Armin. I don't know everything about Armin, so I can't vouch for Armin. But then it's probably just, you know, whatever element you need. If you need ice, then Rumi. If you need lightning, then Satan. And then if you need fire, then Gargoyle. Like, it's in that order. Like, Ellie's kind of like, because Satan exists and Satan gives 60% attack, in my opinion, Ellie doesn't really exist. And then you have Lucifer, that gives holy, and Ahriman, that gives dark. So each has their own role to fulfill, so you can't really, you know, claim one over the other. It's really the one you go for, the one you have the most copies of, etc., etc. Before I go, you wanted to see my dark and my rain build. Before I go do that, in case I crash, I want to mention that in 2 weeks' time, we have new Sublimes coming. Or not 2 weeks' time, let's find out, actually. How long is this event? I want to know how long this event is. I was going to check, and I forgot. The Autumn Dancer Limited banner goes till the 28th of August? Or October? No way. Really? Okay, so we're just going to get... This is going to be an additional update, because the Battle Maiden Shizuka is going to last for the entire month of October. Fun fact, why Battle Maiden Shizuka is here in October for us is because that is our anniversary date. And she is the 8th anniversary character. So now we have the... Welcome to the 9th anniversary of Onigiri, guys. So Battle Maiden Shizuka's here in October again because it's Onigiri's birthday the other day. So Battle Maiden Shizuka comes. She's happy. So that's why she's here. And she's here for the whole month. She's here until the 28th. So that is 3 weeks from now. You got 14, 21. Yeah, 3 weeks from now. So next week we should get Infernal Gargoyle Purg. We should get the new Sublimes. We should get a whole bunch of bug fixes and stuff. So, oh, and we're gonna get the blacksmith ornamentation. So that's fantastic. Oh, the new Sublimes, you mean? Yeah, I don't know. Like JP would have just got access to them today, but the new Sublimes are as follows. They're going to be coming. They're all new. I thought they were reruns of Sublimes, but they're not. They're all new. So Sword's getting Phoenix Slash Sublime. Axe and Odachi are getting Rock Breaker Sublime. Their new rock move. It's probably going to be this huge, like Naruto-esque, like rock jutsu mountain of bullshit damage. I hope. Spear is getting Lance of Flame Sublime, so my wallet's in danger. Twin Sword is getting that new ice move they got where you like dash forward like it's like an ice lunge step. They're getting that move sublimed. Wand is getting God Sealing Circle Sublime. Staff is getting like Rain of Judgment Lightning Sublime. What other class? Bow is getting Icicle Storm Sublime, which I thought someone said it already came out, but I'd never heard about it. Because I know that they had Icicle Sparrow Sublime, and it was like this it was like this Ice Sparrow Kick thing. I don't know what it was, but this is different. This is Icicle Storm Sublime. I think it'll probably be an ice version of the last Thunder Sublime Bo just got, where you shoot an arrow and a bunch of arrows rain down. So I think that's all 8 of them. So to rephrase them, Sword gets Phoenix Slash Sublime. Axe and Odachi get Rock Breaker Sublime. Rock Breaker Sublime. Spear gets Lance of Flame Sublime. Wand gets God Sealing Circle Sublime. Staff gets Rain of Judgment Lightning Sublime. Twin gets the Ice Lunge Step Sublime thingy. And Bow gets Icicle Storm Sublime. So pretty powerful skills. I hope. Hopefully Kura and I will have a video of showcasing whatever they get in the coming days. Or maybe anyone who's playing on Steam or whatever, if you want to throw up a video of what's coming, that'd be appreciated. So I didn't know that Shizuka's staying till the 28th. Okay, cool. So if you wanted to roll this unit, it's there for you. In the special gacha, it does take limited tickets. So if you buy a outfit pack or something, you can use limiteds on this. The Vanguard's coming next event. They're rerunning the Lucifer event, and I don't know if it's part 2 or part 1. If it's part 2, then we get our Ice Knowledges, so that'd be cool. There's going to be a lineup with just a bunch of assist characters on it. A lot of players in like the history of time of Oni just don't want to show you what skills do. They're like, I got this Sublime. It's like, can I see if it's good or not? And they're like, oh, it's good. I paid for it, so it's good. Therefore, it's good. You can't tell me I just paid a lot of money for something that's not good. So I'm not going to show you. I'm going to tell you it's good. And then you're going to roll for it, and you're going to get it and be like, man, this isn't that good. And then they'll be like, yeah, I know, right? Now you can suffer with me because misery loves company. People are like that. Like, in the past, we would ask PC players, hey, can you show us the Sublime? And they're like, no. It's like, what? I want to know. I want to make an educated decision. You jumped off the bridge first. I want to know what's down there. Well, you're going to jump off the bridge yourself. It's like, well, I don't want it. It's like, well, that's too bad. Like, we get that a lot. That happens a lot in Oni. In the history of Oni, where someone knows what something is, they just don't show it. And it's annoying as fuck. It's like, hey. Like, I remember when we were doing Lucifer Purg for the first time, because that was our first Purg with 10 OC Restores, and like someone had gotten the recipe and they posted a picture, I got the recipe, and we're like, can you show us the recipe? And they just fucked off. They did not answer that message. They did not look at that chat. They just like threw their cock down on the table and walked away. Like, I don't understand. Like, yeah, I don't get it. Okay, so you wanted to see my dark build. This is my mountain build, just because you asked me a question. Just because we're on builds. This is my mountain build. I wear 2 mags of Incredible Winds, a Coats and O, and a Redux. I think. That's what I was using for Dullahan anyway. But that's not what you want to know. But anyway. Save pack build spot. Right on! Right on! Yeah! Okay, so... Oh, fuck. What do we got here? So you want to know about darkness. True power. The nadir. Sure. Darky. I don't know what the other dark weapons are. Oh, exactly. I know what I'm working with. I don't have any. I'm not going to get any more chakra. I have to ornament as it is. I have to perfectly be like, what am I going to do? I thought I had another dark weapon, but maybe I don't. I know I do, but I think my my raid used to be dark. Now it is mega force. The fuck? Okay. I only really use 2 dark weapons, to be honest. Like in recent months, I have an other side spear. I have a bunch of stuff. Supposed to have a second Dullahan, but I don't. Oh well. Anyway, let's just pretend this is a backstrike weapon for like 5 seconds, okay? Okay, so my dark build, I'm gonna crash so hard, bro. You don't even know. New Moon. Double crit force New Moon? Probably. I have a double dark great dog. Man. You'd think I know what my builds are. I really don't. Like, I'm just like, I have no idea right now. I don't know, man. Do I not have 55 chakra? Really? Yeah, it's not LTDs, Lorak. It's Dungeon Boost campaign. I was confused. I had said it was LTDs, but I'm like, I thought it was LTDs, but it's just Dungeon Boost campaign. Like, Glaciers is like 35 energy a run. It's really nice. Darkness. Power of darkness. I gotta take this light sheet off. That's what's messing me up. Okay, I really have to take that off. Great dog. Sword. We at 100 dark yet? Oh, we're at max dark already. Shit. What's that? That's great. That's fantastic. Probably don't need that dark. I'm looking for a 4 chakra sparrow. Fuck, I'm crashing. Anyway,